Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome to the video. So we just did a recording with the T29. We played 3 games with the T29 and 1 with the VK.100.01. And what I'm going to do is flip-flop them around now. I want to play hopefully 3 games in the VK100, and then I'll play 1 in the T29, maybe if we die early in this vehicle. We had a recommendation to play some heavies, so I just jumped on my old account again. We're on, my old account, and keep in mind that if you're seeing the tank carousel, right, like I have nothing, right, because I haven't played this account in a long time. So I sold a lot of stuff just so I can do a video on like the T29. We did one on the E3 a while back, T49, T95, VK100, right? So I want to bring you guys these vehicles because I did spend a lot of time in my older days of World of Tanks really just researching these vehicles. And building my way up to them. So we're going to go ahead and play the VK100, and I did promise that I would say again how I had this thing set up. The biggest thing is just the improved rotation mechanism on this vehicle, guys. I obviously run rammer and vents here, and then with the crew, it's mostly just all repairs towards the end here. Recon, and I am running like situational awareness, intuition, and then the snapshot and smooth ride. And that's really it. This thing is just an extremely powerful tank, guys. It really is. So let's get into the battles. You saw my video that I did on the angling of this vehicle. Now we're going to try and make it work in an actual game. This tank is very boring to play, and this is why I really don't bring heavy tank videos for you guys, because really I just don't like playing heavies. They're too slow. And also it's very boring to talk through them, because with a heavy tank, you go to one area of the map and you basically just brawl. That's it. There's really not a whole lot of strategy, in my opinion. There is some strategy in angling your tank, aiming for weak spots, but it's all just brawling, and I would rather be, basically scouting the map and running around the map and trying to find angles on people instead. To me, that's more enjoyable, but I mean, if you guys have recommendations to play heavies, we will certainly do it. And what I'm going to do, I think, as well, is do a KV1 video, because really, what's odd, right, is you guys know how much I play lights, but the 2 most popular videos I've ever uploaded, I'll be honest with you guys, was the VK.100.01p and the KV1. The KV1 now has about 3,000 views, and the VK.100.01p was a terrible video and it has 9,000. So I made an updated video on that, and then I went to the old video and put the URL, right, for the new video, like all over that. Like I have it come up on the screen, and I put it in the comment section pinned, and I put it in the description, because that video was just so bad. And it's amazing to me how, like, literally one of my worst videos on a tank that I hardly ever play got the most views. But hey man, that's the algorithm for you. Weird things can happen. So I think we will do another video on the KV1, and then I can of course throw the URL for that one on the old KV1 video. But that wasn't as bad of a video. But you got to work with what you get, right, guys? So like when these 2 videos are my most popular, I might as well work with that and make some updated versions. So here we go. We want to be very cautious. I see there's no one in the mid, right, guys? So we want to be really cautious of this mid line here and where these TDs are going to be. So I want to be really careful of that. I don't want to get freaking smacked in the side of my tank. So I have no shot on this guy whatsoever. How can I make this work? Because they have the full advantage here. There's really nothing I can do. We're just going to try and angle this thing like so and see if we can maybe smack a shot into the SMV, but I did notice that you're actually much more safer here, though, with this update. I'm thinking about pushing forward, guys, honest to God. Because this hill really prevents these TDs now from firing. And I'm thinking about taking the front line here and trying to work maybe on this Tiger 2. So let's go ahead, we'll try and work on the Tiger 2 here. If we can get an angle like this. Here we go. Okay. I'm looking for this guy's cap. 503 into the cap, and we're loading APCRs, guys, right? We're going to really need the support. Like, we're going to get overrun here big time. Just missed that shot. That's all right. These guys really don't want to push on me, man. I don't blame them. At this point, I might as well just push forward. Like, what do I have to lose, right? Turn this way. Okay, that's fine. Because I don't want to get flanked by these guys and be in a crossfire, right? So instead, I'm going to push up like this. Okay. And yeah, look how powerful this tank is, guys. Like, it is just insane how this armor can work for you. So I kind of have my lower plate, like, sitting like this, right? Whoops. I want to stay like this, kind of. And look at this, guys. This is the example I'm talking about. These guys, a lot of these guys are just shooting regular rounds, and now they're shooting gold, right? But this is how powerful this freaking thing can be, man. It is insane. Okay, get a shot into the SMV. I don't want to angle too much on the side. Okay, another one into the VK. Okay, so we did 2,722 damage. We shot a lot of APCRs, guys, but did you see? We were literally up against 4 vehicles, and these guys wouldn't press me. They could have pressed me, right? And then it would have been a different story, but they're too scared. They don't want to get hit by me and probably the 110 behind. Or they're also timid because maybe they think TDs are sitting back here or whatever, but literally all our TDs are over here. But, yeah, and then even this hill now makes it worse for our team when they push in. So, you know, that makes a big change, this hill that they made here. But anyway, guys, you can see how I played this vehicle. When you have time to work the angles right, and you have time to kind of dish out the damage and all, that's when this tank becomes extremely, extremely powerful. But I would say that you're only really going to get that in maybe, if you're lucky, half the games you get into. I would say a third of the games you get into are probably going to be like this, right? Where you have the time to just work on someone, right? That's really what it is. Like, a lot of this stuff is just one-on-one or 1v2 or whatever. I faced 4 tanks there, and did you see how many shots we bounced? We blocked 4,000 damage, really without even trying, right, guys? And this is a tier 8 game. It's not like I had like these little tier 6, 7 tanks trying to penetrate me. If that was the case, we probably would have got 5,000, but some of these guys were actually able to pen me finally, right? But this is the example I want to bring you guys, and you can see kind of the weak spots I was aiming for on the VK. I'm shooting at his cap, and of course I'm loading the APCRs, right, guys? I want every advantage I can get in a heavy, but hopefully that was a great example to show you, and you can, you know, appreciate it, right? So let's go ahead and we'll back out of this. We'll play a game in the T29. We'll come back to the VK. And yeah, I don't think I reset the scores. So what I'm going to do is just kind of keep the scores up then. Or actually, no, let's reset them before this game comes back. And we'll play the T29. And then we'll go back to the VK, and hopefully it'll be another good game. But if it's another really good example of a game like that, which is kind of rare, then we'll probably just go with 2 games in the VK for this video. And then with these 2 uploads that I'm going to give you guys, it'll be, you know, 3 or 4 total games in the VK and 3 or 4 total games in the T29. So I think that'll be enough to kind of show you guys how I play these vehicles. I don't claim to be a good heavy tank player, but I think I'm decent enough to kind of understand what to do in them for the most part. So with the T29 on a map like this, it's actually pretty decent. We're going to try and find a good hold down spot, and what I'm thinking is going like maybe over here. We'll see. I also forgot that I have... No, because I'm on my old account. I was going to say, I think I might have, like, Ensk and Himmelsdorf blocked. But I think I changed it when I started playing the heavies yesterday. So what I'm going to go for, guys, is I'm going to look to set up over here. I don't know why I have 15 HE shells on this vehicle. I guess I never changed that loadout, but that's all right. I don't think we'll ever use 45 shells anyway here, but I'm going to come up to right here, guys. And I'm going to load APCRs. I forgot I didn't have intuition on this vehicle. Otherwise, I would have poked out and shot these guys already. But wow, I can't believe I did not pen that dude. But we got some tracking damage for it, so that's good. See him being targeted by Artie. Looks like a lot of toxicity is going on in the chat. And yeah, these guys are probably, they're going to push in this way. I'm going to try and grab an angle like this and see if I can make it work somehow. Yeah, these guys are going to push this line really hard right here. So I'm thinking about staying like right here, actually. Look at this, man. And this is where, like, the heavy tanks are just not going to shine, guys, right? You really need time to work on people and do damage and brawl. Like, okay. What is this guy saying? Like, dude, relax. What is your fucking deal, bro? Let's see if we have a shot at the 45. Don't. You guys see this in the chat. It's not just me, right? I don't know what kind of toxicity is going on in here, but someone's upset about something. I guess because I'm not running in and dying. I'm a bad player. I'm watching the 53. Okay. I want a shot in the IS, but the 45 TP is going to have a shot at me. I'm wondering if I can kind of poke just like this real quick. I'm trying to get a spot on these guys without getting freaking smacked. There we go. Here's IS.
Enemy armor is damaged.
We don't want this guy getting behind me, so I'm going to go like this. Face forward for the KV2. It's fine. Okay. IS is bouncing on me. There we go. And this is how you can kind of mitigate getting flanked, right, guys? I'm going to hug the IS, and that kind of gives the KV2 an ugly shot, right? He doesn't have a good clean shot at me, and then the IS, he's not a very good player. He's looking at my turret. He bounces off the turret, right? And now we're home free. So I'm going to load the AP since we had so much freaking APCRs loaded there, and we're going to move on, right? Here we go. Missed that. Yeah, I think I hit the dirt. That's alright. These guys are still going in the chat, man. I mean, this is just an example of how bad this community is and why I don't play tier 10s. Because this is the chat you get, like, every single tier 10 match. Everyone's just calling people shitters and stuff, man. And it's like, yo, relax, man. Like, it's literally a free-to-play game, man. I don't know why people get so triggered. Occasionally I'll get annoyed if someone makes a clear mistake, like a TD that's not supporting me or something, and I'm like, clearly like, dude, help me, like, I need support. But I'm not gonna like type in the chat, call them like names. Like, it's like, dude, it's just a game, dude. Like, yeah, you get frustrated, but at the end of the day, like, at least be reasonable. Like, some of these people, man, they'll just type in the chat like the just worst types of insults, man, that, I mean, you wouldn't even hear in like a high school. It's just like, dude, like, relax, man. Here's the Artie. Nice. So 1906 damage, 793 assist, and another decent game in the T29. So that's not bad. Let's play a game in the VK, and hopefully you guys are seeing like where this thing is shining and where it isn't. Like it was not looking good, right? In the city there for a while, I thought we were going to get pushed hard, but we were able to you know, kind of work our way out of that situation. And sometimes you can do that in heavies, man. Really depends on how like good the enemy team is and stuff, but. Alright, there we go. Let's play another one in the VK. We'll see what we can do here. Okay. Highway has a good city. The problem is in the VK100, it's going to take like literally a third of the game to get there. Watch. Like I'm telling you, 5 minutes it's going to take us to like get into a decent position in the city. This is tier 8 matchmaking though, so we should be able to out-angle some people. Let's see what we get, guys. Let's see what we get. Yeah, and it's actually after 1 o'clock in the morning here, so this will probably be my last game. I would like to get some sleep tonight, but you know, I do work until 11 p.m., so it sounds late, but it's really not that late for me. However, I do want to catch up on some sleep, so I would like to be in bed before like 1:45 probably. And yeah, on our way here, let's just talk about the map, I guess. So, highway, guys, I find that, and I say this all the time, that the northeast spawn has a huge advantage in this area of the map. I personally don't like this map because of that, right? Like, I always feel like, I'm sorry, I meant to say our spawn is better over here because of this whole area right here, like E, F to about the 5 line. I feel like it's just completely makes it unbalanced over here. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, the southwest spawn. So let me try that again. The southwest spawn has the advantage over in the northwest portion of this map, and you can see it's already 3-0. If you have good light tanks, you will almost always win over in this area, in my opinion. As for the city, I feel like it's pretty balanced, but I don't really play it that much, so I can't really give you an accurate opinion on the city, because I rarely play heavies or, like, you know, basically super TDs or whatever you want to call them, like the T95. Like, I don't play these vehicles much, so you don't see me much in a city. That's just the case. Alright, so we're finally here. It took us 2 minutes to get here. I was wrong. I thought it would take us a little longer, but we're here, and we're spotted probably like through here or whatever. Artie is already targeting me. I don't know why. Like, he couldn't just take that shot at someone else, but here comes T103. This will be a perfect target for us, guys. So here we go. We're going to pull out like so. Keep this angle, right? This like 45-degree angle. I don't think T103 is that aware of me yet. Let's see. We're going to put a shot into him. And I'm just watching the 53 TP. And if the 53 TP comes around the corner, what I'm going to do is kind of do like that, right? So not sure where that went, but should have aimed that fully, guys. But yeah, I'm gonna kind of start taking an angle like this, so like against the Borsk, right? Let's see if this guy pokes again. He does. Where did he hit? Probably just in the track. SMV can spot anyone poking in this corner, so I'm not too worried about that. We're gonna wait for the Borsk to poke. Just going to hold this angle just like so on the Borsk. And notice how when I poke out, I'm only poking out just enough to see the corner over here. So I'm just going to hold this and show you, like, see how that looks so that my lower plate isn't exposed? Because if you continue to back up, then your lower plate is going to be exposed. And it looks like we're annihilating these guys. And they're coming in to flank. So I'm going to start pushing in. I'm going to come out kind of at a 45-degree angle like this. Here we go. Don't have a shot in the Tornwagen. It's fine. And yeah, like, this is how, like, stupid you can be in these things, man. Go for a shot there in the Borsk. Like, you see how I just poke out and sit there and wait for a shot? Like, you can be literally stupid in these things, man, and just roll right in. In the VK, the mouse in the mouse. So this is going to be a very, very short game, guys, because like we absolutely annihilated these guys way, way quicker than I thought we were going to. So I'm trying to find a shot of this guy. Oh well. So we do like 600 damage. Oh well, man. We stomped these guys, but I did get 2 kills out of it, and we will go ahead and play another game because this is so short, guys. Like, I'm not going to even count this as a game, hardly. And yeah, this is the thing with heavies, is like when there's stomps like this, you almost find it hard to get enough damage because there's just not enough time, right? You really need long games in a heavy tank. I just can't emphasize that enough. It's really the case in almost any tank to get a good overall performance, but because these vehicles are so effing slow, you really need time to make them work. So let's go one more time. Hopefully this is a good game. We'll probably get into like tier 10 matchmaking now, right? No, it is another tier 8 game. So I'll probably have another good example of how we can make this thing work. And again, I want to tell you guys, the hatch, remember the hatch is on this side. So if you can find cover that's on the left, you're actually better off with this vehicle, right? Because if it's on the left, then the way you poke out, right, if you're angling like this, then, oh, I'm sorry, like this, right? Then you can almost draw a line like right here on the tank. Like when I turn my turret, the gun will be like right here, and you draw this line and you're almost covering the hatch, most of the hatch anyway, and the lower plate. So that's what makes this thing so damn powerful, is because the tracks are so wide and the lower plate, you know, is just it's a little target compared to all these other heavy tanks that have, you know, these giant lower plates, right, in comparison. So all right. So obviously we're going to be going to the like J line here. I wouldn't take this thing anywhere else. I don't really think it belongs anywhere else. And what I'm going to do is I think I want to try and take the position that the SU-130 is taking. We could go further, right? But like this would be a really powerful position in my opinion. You don't want to go too far, because if you go too far, then people can come up here and they'll start getting like the crossfire shots like this. So I don't want to get this SU-130 shot, but I'm probably going to end up doing that. Alright, what I'm going to do is try and grab an angle like this, since all these guys are right here, right? Renegade should poke up. And instead what we'll do is we'll grab an angle like this. Okay, VK is here. Let's load some APCRs. They just took some really aggressive positions, guys, honestly. So that's really what happened here. 359, what a crap roll, man. But yeah, they took some really aggressive positions here, and we're just way outmatched. So really what we need to do at this point is just wait for these guys to push. There's not much else I can do here. Okay, go for the lower plate. I had the ABCRs loaded for the VK, but we did end up getting a shot of the Scorpion. Renegade. Okay, get the cap on the Renegade. I'm just going to keep trying to work these guys as much as we can. The Vipera is going to take this corner probably, so we're going to be dead soon. But just going to click on that corner. Hopefully they're paying attention to that. And again, just, you know, pay attention to how I'm angling, guys, right? Because we're just bouncing left and right. That's where yeah, this is what I'm expecting from the Vipera. And I can't, there's no way I can really angle this any better at this point. Yeah, this is just tough, man. Like, there's nothing I can do in this situation. Unfortunate, guys. This tank is very, very OP hold down, and there's just nothing I can do at this point. So, it's unfortunate, but that's the reality. Just gonna repair this guy. Yeah, I can't even pen this guy's like lower plate, you know. So there we go. And yeah, man, this thing is insane, guys. I honestly think they made these things too OP in terms of their like armor. Like with APCRs, I really should be able to pen that guy's lower plate. But it has like 2 lower plates. It has like the mid lower plate, and then it has like way under the tank, man. And yeah, I think they're very toxic for the game. I'm surprised that Wargaming went ahead with them, because those things are like untouchable, man. Honestly, they're ridiculous, dude. But I will say that the position he took was very, very powerful. Like, there's a lot of tanks that could have played very well from that position, and really this whole line, we just had terrible players on this line, and they pushed us hard here, and like that was the game, right? Like I already knew the outcome of this game. Excuse me. I already knew the outcome of this game, like pretty much as I got into position, right? So I think we're going to end here. We did 1,186 damage, 668 assists. It's still not terrible, all things considered. I would have liked to get one more shot there into the Viper, but yeah, man. I mean, this thing is just ridiculous. And I don't know about you guys, but personally, I'm not a fan of them for the game. And like, I could buy one and play it and see how I feel about it, but it's not really my play style. But really, I just feel like these things are a little too strong. I don't feel like they're that balanced, you know, especially in terms of the armor. Like, it's just ridiculous that I can't even pen this guy once, right? Like, we took a couple shots there at his lower plate, and it didn't even have a chance, man. Like, my gosh. So let's back out of this game. We'll just take a look at the score that's out right now, and you guys can, you know, add this score in your head to my final score, right? I mean, that's what I'll do, because I don't want to stick around until that game's over. It's going to take a while. So we did 1660 damage in these 2 battles, 399 assists, and average damage blocked 2375, and I think we blocked 3K in that game. So this is what I want to emphasize about this vehicle, guys, is its armor is what is going to get you good games all the time. You know, its gun is decent and all, but like literally this thing's armor is an A in my book. Like, it is pretty much top of the line at its tier, and it'll even bounce like tier 9s and tier 10s and stuff if you angle it correctly. So we did 793 assists and 1900 damage in our one game with the T29, which was pretty good. That's like what, 27, 2800, whatever that is combined. And in this vehicle, it looks like we did about 2,000 combined. So I'm pretty happy with this performance, in my opinion. Like, I never play heavies, like I have said to you guys, but overall, you know, we did 2 full videos on both of these vehicles. We did 1 game with the VK on the first video, and we did one game with the T29 on the second video. So I think you guys got to see like 4 games total in both of these vehicles. So hopefully you can kind of get an idea of how to play these things, how I play them, and you know, I don't want to say don't watch how I play. I think I play them pretty well, but there's probably a good amount of players that can play heavies better than me. I'm not an expert with these vehicles. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the videos, guys. I will catch you for the next one. Take care of yourselves, and bye-bye now.